Hey guys, I'm just Jershin. Welcome back to episode 48 of the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Last episode, relatively successful in the fact that we didn't die. So we actually saved our -3 win streak. Unfortunately, I did make a little bit of an oopsie and took the Polaroid instead of the negative, so it wasn't as good as it could have been, but it wasn't a colossal failure, which is amazing. Excuse me, almost choked on my own existence. What should we do today? Probably one of these two new characters that have... I'm not doing you. You are a nightmare. I've heard Keeper is great. Bekko requested that I unlock Tainted Lilith, so you know what? We'll do this one for Bekko. We'll try a new character, which is great. I can learn a new mechanic today. Okay, so she doesn't have an incubus. What in the God's name is that? Oh, God. Alright, so it's going to be one of those. Okay. IQCLCPQK. So it appears that rather than having a little incubus buddy... Oh, he shoots! Interesting, okay. I thought it was just going to be like a whip and nay situation, which it looks like you can do. You absolutely can just launch him as a whip, and it seems kind of powerful. But he also will stay out there and fire for you. That is, I mean, horrifying. Seeing the exposed chest cavity, I'm just gonna be honest. Not my favorite. Not the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I will reiterate, it seems really strong, at least so far. This can only be horrible, right? This has to be really bad. It only affects the tiers, so actually, you know what? Probably not atrocious. Since I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of my damage. Dude, we can like shoot around corners and stuff. It's a little bit of like mental calculus. This is gonna take a little bit to get used to firing with this guy. If I complained about not being able to get lined up before with old Lilith, and it's just free. It's free real estate, dude. I would love a little chest, even though I don't think it's that great. It is completely free, so I'll take it. Dude, it's piercing shots. We can fire around corners and hide safely. This room seems like it's probably just gonna hurt me. I'll be honest, I fail to see... We're alive? I failed to see the downside, at least as of yet. This seems pretty good. And there's a bomb, so we will be able to access the little chest. Great stuff. Except I almost messed it up, but I saved it at the very last second. Dude, I told you we were going to be playing more Isaac. I'm recording this day after yesterday. Still have no audio panels up, although yesterday's didn't sound too echoey, which is good news. It's piercing shots on the first floor, dude. It's like Azazel, but even better. Like, I don't understand the downside of this. Maybe we just haven't seen it yet? I mean, it's a weird way to fire, don't get me wrong. It seems pretty good, though. Would we be better off just shooting? I mean, not really. This is piercing and spectral tears at the same time. So I think we're probably better off. Maybe if there's just one enemy. No, okay. I was going to see if you just like held the baby on the enemy. If it did like a mom's knife type thing. That would be... Look, it's already very good and very broken. I think the burst damage is better for us. Like hitting them all at once like that. I think that's better for us. I'll be interested to see if... oh, this could be bad. I will be interested to see... It's a damage and tears up. That's very much not bad. It is a speed down, though. We are atrociously slow. That's concerning. But we'll be fine. This is the first run, so we'll do chest on this one. Don't worry, this will not just be Josh Reviews Bo Burnham's Inside Part 2. Although that's essentially the only thing I've done between yesterday and today, and work, unless you'd like to know how my spreadsheets and my video content ideas for work are going, which I doubt you do, and also probably can't talk about them, I would think. I don't think it's like under NDA or anything, like we're just working on product videos for potential clients to put on their product sales pages. So like probably not, break the internet type, ooh, the new Google Pixel 6 is gonna have this in it, which I wish believe me, if I knew that, I'd be pogging off. I'm a huge Google Pixel fan, and I'd be lying if I hadn't already seen all of the new things that are apparently going to be in the Google Pixel 6. They've had some issues these past couple of years. Google and Genshin, you know what those two have in common? besides the fact that they basically dominate my life and also start with G's. They got some issues with leaks. Thanks to leaks, I've basically, assuming they're correct, I mean, maybe they're all wrong, and we'll all be like, wow, we're silly willies. But at least right now, it seems like the entirety of the Google Pixel 6 and its design has just straight up leaked, so we know exactly what it's going to be. Not down to the specs, but at least like based on what the phone looks like, and then you can assume what it's how it's going to behave and things like that. So that's been interesting. Do I just go into the curse room right away? I doubt we're going to die on this boss fight, so I think I'm comfortable, although we're a little slow, but I think I'm comfortable going in. This could be pretty good for us. I don't like Little Delirium, unfortunately, so we may be doing an angel run on this particular run, because I'm just not a very big fan. Not a very big fan of Little Delirium. Please don't teleport me. Shot speed up, that makes up for earlier. The Horf is just unnecessarily rude, but that's okay. We basically got to go in there for free and got a shot speed up, so actually it was completely worth it. Yeah, I basically know exactly what the Google Pixel 6 looks like, thanks to those, and I'll just tell you what, I want it. It looks like a dang... If the renders hold, and funny fact about it, I retweeted a picture of it, because it looks like a Pokeball. If you haven't seen it yet, it's got some visual similarities to a Pokeball. They've got like instead of doing a big camera square, like up in the top left or right hand corner like the iPhone does, like pretty much all the phones do it now, they're opting for a camera bar that goes across like the top third of the phone, and then they're doing like a color block design where the bottom half of the phone is one color and the bottom 2/3 is one color, the top third is another color. Yeah, I'll do it. And again, if it holds, at least the model that the one that I saw had a red color block top and a white color block bottom, which is literally just what a Pokeball looks like. So if I could have a phone that looks like a Pokeball, that seems sick to me. Bloody Penny, I'll stick with Liberty Cap. I would love a Pokeball phone as a resident Poke nerd. Except not that kind, you know, we don't talk about that. But as a resident Pokemon fan, that seems pretty cool to me, to have a phone that looks like a Pokeball, so I'm very into it. Tapeworm. I was hoping that the umbilical cord baby would just launch across the entire map. Doesn't appear to be the case, that's okay. Ghost baby's nothing really to write home about. I think I'll just blow this guy up just to deal with the devil chance, and now I'm going to go over there to get the spirit heart and the monies as well. Should probably try to make a shop happen on this floor as well. We got 20 cents now. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm a big Google fan. I got the Google Pixel 2 XL like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was gonna upgrade to the 5 this past year. I thought the 5 looked pretty good. What do? You do something. I'll pick you up. I think this makes shops appear in the womb, which is maybe that's Silver Dollar. I can't remember. One of them makes shops appear. One of them makes reroll machines appear in the shops. So we'll visit the shop on this floor and we'll see if there's a reroll machine. That'll let us know. The 5 looked great, but like honestly, the 2 is just still running like a champion, which is part of the reason I like the phone so much. Before Google, I used Samsung phones quite a bit, and I had used 2 Samsung phones prior. I used the Samsung Galaxy 3, and then later I used a Samsung Galaxy 7, I want to say it was, and they both died within like 2 years. Like, they both had some issues that I wasn't really a fan of, so I decided to change things up a little bit. I remember when I first got my first Samsung, the Samsung 3, I said, alright, you know what, everyone I know and their mother uses an iPhone. I'm gonna try the iPhone. I think it was like an iPhone 4 at the time. It was a while ago. I used it. I picked it. We had like the plan that we were on at the time. We got to like choose between like one of 6 phones basically of like from different providers at like the basically the high-end phones for each level. Not the highest end. I don't know if this was during the phase where companies were starting to do like the Pros and the XL versions of all of their devices, but it was like you can have the iPhone 4 or the Galaxy 3 or the LG whatever. I think it was like the 1 at the time. Is this Death's List? Birthright. That is, I believe someone told me that's an item that does something different for every character. I don't know what it does for us. I still only appear to have one baby, so I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, that's Ghost Baby shooting. I thought we were shooting for a second, and I got very confused. I picked the iPhone because I was like, I'm gonna be a sheep. I'll join all of my friends who all have the iPhone. Use that son of a gun for maybe an hour. We drove home from, I think I was on, did we switch to Sprint at that time? I think we were at Sprint. I was with US Cellular when I was a small boy, which I don't even know if that's still a company anymore. RIP. I think we had just switched to Sprint. Dude, this is actually really good. We're going to be able to maybe do Mega Satan on this run. Thanks to... I'm not going to use that. Temperance card. Temperance card for a little bit of extra Monet I will take. Take the Strength card with us. And then we'll go in here. Oh, baby! It's tough because I'm not really shooting. So, like, is Holy Light going to be that good for us? Or do I just take the straight damage up? The thing is, I don't know, does the damage up apply to the little baby? I don't know. I think Holy Light's better. So maybe this will be the convincing I need to start firing more. Okay. Now that I actually have to fire, I've got a lot more issues with Tainted Lilith. That's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna pop the Strength card just to help me get through this. The only issue is that it's this angel statue. If it was the other angel statue, we would not be having issues. That angel statue causes some problems. Okay, so things are a little scary. Drowsy is not that big a deal, except I'm so slow. Let's just head to the next floor. I took the iPhone, drove home, wanted to punch myself in the face after about an hour of attempting to use it. And maybe it's because I had used, you know, actually I think that was my first, I think that would have been my first smartphone, because I'm trying to, I think I had like flips and slide phones before that. Look down. Great. I think that was my first like real smartphone. So it's not even like I had lived in, you know, the Android ecosystem before that and then was trying to switch to iPhone, which is obviously a pretty tough transition to make because they operate, I mean, not completely differently, but different enough that if you're used to one and try to switch to the other, it's weird. But I just remember absolutely hating it. And I went back, switched to the Samsung, and I've never looked back. Will probably never own an Apple product if I can avoid it. I had an Apple product, my first job out of college, they had a company phone that was an iPhone that they gave me, and a Mac computer that I had to use as well. The Mac computer, just in the interest of being honest, was, dang it, was a nightmare. I'm trying not to blow up the reroll machine itself because you can use it multiple times if you pay for it. The reroll, that's like a Tears Up now, isn't it? I think that's a Tears Up, and it's 3 Spirit Hearts, and I'm a little scared about dying. Yeah, that's a Tears Up. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I think Rosary's good now. The iPhone itself was actually kind of nice. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Although I wasn't having to use it for like texting purposes and stuff. I was using it purely for work stuff, and I also used to play Pokemon Go on it and take pictures with it. I used to use Snapchat on it because, for those who don't know, the meme among like TikTok or anywhere else is just like, oh, Android phone quality or camera quality is so bad. It's actually not the case, and I'm not trying to be like one of those Android stans, but it truly is not the case. The issue is that iPhone only uses iOS, and there's only one phone on iOS. So there's multiple iPhones, but it's always iPhone. Whereas Android, you've got like 1,000 different companies making phones. So when these companies optimize, this is bad, which is good because we want to stay on the angel path. So I have no problem skipping Betrayal. When these companies make their apps, they optimize them for iOS, because it's so much easier to optimize them for iOS. Are we done exploring this floor? I mean, I think we hit most of the good stuff. Let's just go. If they wanted to optimize it for Android, they'd have to optimize it for the Galaxy, and for the Pixel, and for the LG, and for the Huawei, and for the blah, blah, blah. So instead of doing that, they're like, we're just going to take a screen recording of your native camera app. And that's why Android cameras end up looking all terrible and grainy. So I'm not denying that Android cameras don't look bad in things like Snapchat or in TikTok. They do, but it's not because the cameras themselves are bad. But anyway, so I had the iPhone, SERAPHIM, thank you. That makes the Bible pretty much worthless because, well, I now have the ability to fly. I used the iPhone for the camera app particularly because it's just nice to have a high quality camera. Thank you for the tears up. Thank you for all the bombs. That was pretty much it though. I think I also used it for Pokemon Go, I want to say, because what I used to do is I would have 2 accounts up simultaneously. Dude, Pokemon Go was Genshin before Genshin, in the sense that I was so obsessed with it that I had several accounts. Whenever my friends and I would go play Pokemon Go, I would be playing on 2 phones simultaneously to, like, help us out in raids, because I'd have an extra character bringing people in to help us try to beat raids. I don't think I want to take on Drowsy. And also, just to, like, double my chances of finding a shiny or doing whatever. And then I would just trade it to the main account if I ended up finding something amazing. So, came in handy. The Mac was atrocious. Like, I hated that thing so much. I worked there for about 2 years. I don't think I ever learned how to use the Mac. They just, like, it just functions, even down to small details, like where the minimize button and the X button are. They do top left corner instead of top right. It's just little things like that if you've lived on PC, that are naturally ingrained into your brain to be like, oh, if I want to close this, top right. It only adds like 0.2 seconds onto every interaction. But because it's so ingrained in your brain, you never unlearn it. And it just ends up taking so much more time out of your day. So I hated it. I was very happy to hand the Mac back in. I was a little sad about handing the iPhone back in, really just for the camera. Like, that's essentially it. And not even the camera, just how the camera functioned with other apps. It played nicely, which is not something I was used to. So that was nice, but I'm hoping that in the future, as like Android continues to become more and more popular option, that these freaking app developers will just figure it out forehead. Because like the Google Pixel especially, and this new Pixel 6 is supposed to be pretty stacked in terms of camera hardware, is always consistently up there as like one of the best smartphone cameras, just because of Google's post-processing capabilities. But you don't get to use those post-processing capabilities in something like Snapchat, so it makes everything look so much worse, and then everyone makes fun of me for having an Android camera. So I'm hoping they upgrade that. But yeah, the Google Pixel 6 leaks look pretty cool, if I'm allowed to admit that I've seen the leaks. Let's try to find a sweet item here. Oh wait, the reroll machines are in the item rooms, not the shops. That's amazing. This is a great trinket. This is immunity to explosion, so I think you have to take it. Immunity to explosion is very nice to have, so I'm gonna take that just in case. It doesn't help us a ton right now, but like, you know, it could save a couple pieces of damage over the course of the run. I can be less scared about using remote detonator now near me. This is a shame. We could have made boss rush on this run. I'm so slow. We could have made boss rush, but my speed is so bad. Alright, I mean, we still theoretically could. We're gonna have to hurry on the next floor. We could theoretically make boss rush. We will try. The other leaks, and I in the past, I really tried my best to avoid Genshin leaks. I would certainly never seek them out. And if I happen to see something on TikTok, I'm not on Genshin Talk too much, actually. But if anything if something was trending on Twitter or someone I followed retweeted, I was very good about just kind of like scrolling past, ignoring it. I saw some of the most recent ones, and I'd be lying if I said after seeing them, I did not go search out more information because they look so good. Which is a shame. I thought I was nearing the end of my Genshin life. I truly thought that I was getting close to being done with Genshin. Razor Blade's kind of good. Oh god, no, that's too scary. We got a good run going here. Let's not just throw it away. I wonder if doing... No! It was the good spore shot for a second, and then it took it away from me. That's a shame. I felt like I was getting pretty near to the end of my Genshin life. I've recently still quit my second account, so I'm only doing one account now, which has helped a lot in terms of just like having time to exist. So that's been... I still don't know what this does. Oh, I do. We can hug enemies. I think it's not very good. I think it's not the greatest, so I will just pass on it. This is a shame. I had a feeling that we could potentially have been going the wrong way, but I'm sad that we are. That's probably gonna seal it. We're probably not getting boss rush on this run, really just because of the 0.65 speed, but that's okay. Yeah, I was getting pretty close to quitting, and then they introduce these awesome-looking new characters that are coming up sooner rather than later, and I'm like, just when I thought I was done, you freaking pulled me back in, dude. They look pretty cool. I do wish... I'm not going to say the characters, just in case you are avoiding Genshin spoilers. I will say there is a Pyro character that looks amazing, and I'm just like, can we... I love Pyro characters, don't get me wrong. Hu Tao is my main. I love my boy D-Luke. Like, there's some great Pyro characters. Benny Boy is amazing. You watch the tier list, you know how I feel about him. As long as you didn't just, like, smash the dislike button. Come on, we can make this happen. If we get a deal with the Angel here, I'm going to be very torn. Come on. Not quite. Literally just a couple of seconds too slow. Not too slow! No, we got to deal with the Angel. We have to decide. Do we think we can get another deal with the Angel over the course of the run so that we can guarantee the Mega Satan fight? I think so. I think we can. And maybe it'll still be open when we leave here. There's a chance of that too. I love Spider-Friend. I like Spider-Friend. I think I'm going to go with Spider-Friend. I'm torn between Spider-Friend and Eve's Mascara. If Eve's Mascara applies damage to our whip guy, that might be the right play. Just stack damage on it. But this I know is just a market upgrade, so that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, there's a freaking another Pyro character they're introducing that just looks amazing. Stop making amazing looking Pyro characters. I already want them all. And I want to diversify my team a little bit. Where's the Electro characters? Maybe they're saving them for Inazuma, which is supposed to be, I believe it's the Electro Archon's region. Archon. So maybe they're just saving them for there, but some more Electro characters, please. I love my boy Razor, but he needs some friends. Yeah, Genshin's pulling me back. It's unfortunate. They're doing the, right now it's the summer... What do you want to call it? Summer, I think they're calling it like Summer Fun or Days of Summer or something like that. It's the island adventure with the boat event currently going on, which is pretty cool. One thing I don't understand about Genshin, and they've done this for a long time, is they like spend a lot of time, money, effort, dev resources, etc. working on cool regions, cool mini games, cool concepts, whatever, that are only there temporarily. Like, I get that it's to introduce scarcity into the game, to be like, oops, you gotta play during this week, during this event, or you're never gonna get to play the prop hunt minigame. I don't know why they would do that, though. Like, you end up spending so much time. Like, if you're gonna do that, just work on new regions. I'd like to see stuff that actually like, sticks around in the game for a while, and the more time you're spending working on these random little fun areas that only exist for a week. It's less time. It's the longer it's going to take for these new things like Inazuma to come out. So I've always been torn on that, but it seems cool. I don't understand again why it's only here temporarily. They spent all this time, although we're only one day in, but the area seems pretty small. Like it's just a collection of islands. It is very Wind Waker in the regard that 90+% of the map is ocean, and explorable land is like 10% maybe. So they probably didn't spend maybe as much dev time as I'm complaining about them spending on it because of how dang... That was a spider coming right for me. Because of how dang small the actual land masses are. Maybe it didn't take as long for them to make it as I'm complaining that it may have, but it's been pretty good so far. I'm having a good time with it. I'm a little upset that the Gene skin costs $20 as well. This is... Here I am saying like, oh, Genshin's pulling me back in, and then I've started the conversation by saying like 10 things, being like, Genshin, why you do this? I think you can be critical of things that a game are doing while still really, really enjoying it. You wouldn't think so from Genshin Twitter, but I believe that you can. And I do really still very much enjoy the product that they're putting out. Help, I can't see where the cage is. I hate Champion Boss Rush, by the way. Champion Boss Rush, big ol' pain in the butt, not my favorite. Oh gosh. But yeah, the Klee banner is out right now, and I freaking love Klee. I told myself I wasn't gonna really wish on the Klee banner, like I didn't want Klee. And then she spoke in the story quest, and I was like, frick, maybe I want Klee. She's just an adorable character. I don't, again, too many great pyro characters. I don't actually want her, like, she wouldn't fit on my team. She has no spot on my team, unfortunately. But she's such an adorable character that I, like, kind of still want her anyway, just for collection purposes. But Kazuha's coming up next, and I'm way more interested in an Anemo character, and he also looks amazing with the whole samurai aesthetic. The samurai aesthetic has me super excited for Inazuma in general, which I'm guessing's got to be 1.7. It's got to be right around the corner. I would think. I could be completely wrong. Don't take my word as gospel here. But I feel like it's right around the corner. I feel like we're getting there. This boss rush is still going, huh? It's like still boss rushing. We're like still rushing these bosses, huh? It's a little unbelievable for me personally, but I get it. Cool, thank you for the spider slowing effect. We probably would have taken damage there otherwise, because we are so dang slow. Okay, this has got to be the last wave. Thank God. Little Sputer. Little Spewer, sorry. He's fine. I don't have any qualms against him. Angel deal, please. Stay open. You bad boy. I think that should mean we have a 100% chance on the next floor, though, because we didn't actually go in to see it. I think we should get a 100% chance on this floor, and that'll be like a 70% angel chance. So that could be good for us. It's not. It's the same chance as the last floor. Okay. Clearly, I don't understand how the game functions. That's okay. We will not be getting... Little low on HP, by the way. We will not be getting... probably a Hush Fight done here. We'd have to go pretty quick. Not worth it. We'd have to move Skadoodle our Boodles pretty quickly if we wanted to make that happen. And while I'm all for Skadoodling Boodles, I don't think we're going to move fast enough to get it done, unfortunately. Which is fine. You know, we'll save that for when we do Delirium anyway. This is a very good run, which is sad. I would like to make Mega Satan happen. Like, I know by skipping the angel deal on the last floor in order to secure boss rush, I may or may not have like secured my fate there. I'm just hoping we can I'm hoping we can turn the other cheek, and just if the game would like to bless me with an angel deal on this floor or the next floor if we don't get anything on this floor. It's a little bit of a coin flip, but I'm hoping we can get it. That would be rather kind. I'm wasting all of my bombs here, but it's because I have a bomb every 2 rooms in Remote Detonator. I don't know that I really need this money. I also don't even know what that guy can really give you from an item perspective. But yeah, Genshin's still really good, which is a shame. I've been feeling lately that I would really like to get into a new game. Like, I've been feeling the itch to play something different. I think part of my burnout, just with life in general, thanks Inside, over the last however long, is partially due to like the realization that, again, a lot because of COVID, but even now as things are opening up, still am kind of doing this a lot. Like, my routine is very similar, and I just do a lot of the same things over and over every single day, and they aren't kidding when they say variety is the spice of life. I'm the type of person, if I... Like, it's the reason I switched. I was an accounting major, actually, originally in university, and the idea of doing the same thing every single day made me want to die. So I quit that. What's ironic about that now is I switched to marketing, and marketing is just about as far opposite as you can get. Every single day is something completely different. And now I have the unfortunate, the flip side of it. Frick, dude. Please give me it. Next floor. Next floor. Next floor, angel deal. I have the alternative flip side, which is I feel like I never do anything consistently enough to like get good at it, because I'm always doing something different. So it's like, oh, sometimes writing, sometimes data analytics, sometimes decision making, sometimes presentations, but it's never like you're gonna do this every single day for the rest of your life, so become a master at it. You don't really become a master, you just kind of do things. And I'm sure I'm getting better at each of them collectively over time, but not as much as if you just sit down and grind out the same thing 10,000 times over. This character seems sick, by the way. I'm pretty sure killing this guy increases only our deal with the devil chance. So I'm actually going to keep him alive and play him to maybe try to get an HP upgrade or something. I think that's probably a better course of action for us. That's pretty much exactly what happened. I'd like to go into the... In fact, if we can go in here for free, I'll do it. We cannot. We could have gone in there for free. I would visit the curse room. I'm not willing to spend HP on the curse room. We actually probably could do Hush on this run. The question is, do we actually think we're even strong enough for Hush? I'm too slow. I mean, the Hush isn't really a boss or an enemy where speed is that valuable. You know? It's probably not that valuable because his shots travel relatively slow, and he doesn't like, well, there's the light beams at the end, which would be an issue. You jerk, you're really going to give me a deal with the devil. Okay, well. Do we even take Brimstone? Like, the run is going so well. Brimstone might just suck with this character. Like, look, if the shots are coming from way out there, how am I supposed to do Brimstone? I think I actually don't want Brimstone. Crazy enough. And I took too long to decide, so now we can't do Hush. Yeah, I don't think I want Brimstone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is there a chance we still get an angel deal? We would need a Joker card on this floor, which this could teleport us to. Did not teleport us to. It's Guppy. Which Guppy is also very good, so I'm happy to have it. I do not want equality. Okay, so like let's go ahead and sometimes you say things in the Binding of Isaac, like the sentences just don't really line up, you know, grammatically correctly, or you say the name of an item that unfortunately just like creates an unfortunate sentence that people could then clip and maybe like use against you for the rest of your life. So let me go ahead and clarify. What I meant to say there was I don't want the trinket known as equality because I don't think it's particularly good. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that behind. And we can pretend that never happened if at all possible. Thanks, Isaac. Appreciate it. But yeah, I've been wanting to break the habit a little bit, and I think partially just like getting out there and doing stuff again will be nice for that. By the way, the only reason I'm okay with taking Locust of War is because we have explosion immunity. So I told you it would pay for itself eventually. It's completely worth it now, in my opinion. Like Marie and I have been saying, like, we should get out and, you know, we moved into this new house X number of months ago, and we haven't really done any local exploring yet because we were still, you know, locked down pandemic style, unfortunately. So let's get out there. Let's find some cool new bars and restaurants to try, breweries, etc. So we're going to be starting to do that every weekend coming up. Maybe not every weekend, since we still have a pretty busy stretch here with a lot of friends' weddings and such, as I've mentioned prior. But that'll be fun to get out there and do that. But I've also been like, I've pretty much only played Isaac and Genshin for like the last 7 months, 6 months, however long since I've been in Genshin, November of last year, 7 months. I went through a quick Stardew phase with the friends. We played Turnip Boy on stream one time. That's it. That's what I've been playing for 7 straight months. And I kind of feel like I just need to inject... Thank you, Infamy. I kind of feel like I just want to inject just like a tiny bit of that back into the old bloodstream, if you know what I'm saying. I think that could be sweet. So, if you have any game recommendations, I know we have a ton of game recommendations. Here's the answer. I just need to start streaming again, even if it's just 1 day a week, just to add some variety back into my life. Or maybe just start recording. That was weird. I've never interrupted that attack before. I don't know how I did that. Or I just need to start recording different stuff. Like maybe I do what Yeti did and just do a quick little... I say, hey, you know, we're going to do a little Skyrim permadeath. I probably wouldn't do a Skyrim permadeath just because I like Skyrim a lot, but it's an old game that I put 1,000 hours into when it first came out. And I'm not going to say I've sufficiently Skyrim'd out over the years, but... You know, I'm good. But just finding like a quick little game to play through. Maybe I do some episodes on the channel or something. I don't know. That could be fun. I need to forcibly inject some variety into my life, though, because, well, things be getting pretty monotonous, and I'm not a huge fan of it. We got Lodestone, Blue Baby's Only Friend, Analog Tears, and Stitches. I think I've seen this before. Yeah. So you move the Stitch around with your tears, and then you can teleport to its position. I mean, it's probably better than Remote Detonator, but who cares? We're gonna win the run. There's almost no doubt about that at this point. So let's just finish the job. Mr. Boom is interesting as well. Let's just go ahead and finish the job. Unfortunately, we only got 1 of 2 key pieces. So we will not be making the Mega Satan dream happen, which is a shame because this is a very Mega Satan possible run. That's the one thing I've always hated about angel deals is that if I take an angel item, I want to get locked into the angel path. I know you can take the key piece to give yourself a better chance, but like the second you take a devil deal, you're on the devil deal path. You can never get an angel deal unless you get like duality or something like that. I wish the same was true for angel deals because like I didn't do anything wrong here. I in fact did everything textbook accordingly to try to get the angel deal, and because of bad RNG, although we did get the second angel deal, I just chose to do boss rush instead. But because of somewhat bad RNG, I just don't get to do Mega Satan. It's very sad. I guess I could have played the I could have played Sacrifice Rooms a little harder if I wanted to try to force it, I guess. So it's not completely the game and bad RNG's fault, but it's a little upsetting. That's okay though. I've already accepted it's gonna take 10,000 years to beat this character. Well, to beat all of the characters, to get all of the new unlocks. I believe I think it was Frank who commented the other day. Asking when I was going to start doing some dailies again, and I was like, yeah, dailies I think could be fun, but I still haven't, dailies can have anything in them, and so rather than seeing a new item for the first time in a daily and being like, whoa, spoilies kind of, I like unlocking them myself, and the best way to do that is to just beat the post-it note with every character, which I thought wouldn't be too bad when Repentance first came out, and then obviously all of the Tainted characters are a thing. So I was like, oh, this is going to be about 700 years. So I haven't decided. I'd like to make a return to the world of dailies. But I also think it may be 6 or 7 years before I've beaten the game with all of the characters. So it's like, is it worth waiting that long to try to get all of these done? And the thing is, we haven't even started doing the hard characters yet. Like, we've been mostly coasting on Easy Street. We've been mostly coasting on Easy Street, no offense to some of the characters we have been playing as. But we haven't even gotten into, like, the Keeper and the Lost. And I still have to unlock the Forgotten. And I'm sure a lot of the Tainted characters are absolute nightmares. Tainted Eden seems like a nightmare. We haven't even gotten into, like, the hard stuff yet. We've been playing with relatively easy. Like, this character seems great. Played as Dark Judas last time. Seems amazing. We're gonna hit a stone wall, Jackson, eventually, where I just cannot win anything anymore. That's going to be tough, and that may push me to go to the dailies, but I don't know. Until then, we'll see. I guess you can let me know. Give me some game recommendations in the comments down below if you'd like to. I'd like to play some more new games. And I suppose if you'd like to also, let me know how you feel about the dailies. Is it time for the dailies to come back, you think? Should the dailies make a... Thank you, Post Hat and Infamy. Should the dailies make a triumphant return? We should try going for some high scores again. I don't actually know if, like, the daily meta has changed at all. With the release of Repentance, like, is alt path just give 1 billion points? I don't know. I have not done a single daily since Repentance came out, so maybe we'll figure that out eventually. I don't know, but with that, successful episode. Light side path done, plus boss rush. Couldn't quite make the Mega Satan dream happen, but that's okay. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider showing some support down below. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all help out a tremendous deal. Share with your grandmother as always. But with that, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.